Hey, what's going on, guys? 118 Set Shadow here. So, we've got a bit of a spread today. Not too many bigger gains happening. We're still kind of in a calmer market, not too many big things happening. And there have been some pullbacks on a lot of the increases in prices that we've seen and the buyouts. So let's go through a few of these, as well as some things that may be seeing a movement later down the line. Our first item for today is Magical Fairy Lilac for Forestcraft. This is out of Flame of Levitine, and it has an ultimate rare as well, which is currently below its market price of 83-ish, at $70 to start off with, and 19 cents right now on the regular gold, and 44 listings overall there. I just keep this one in mind, as it is a generic removal for just 4 cost while also being a body. So futuristically it does have some potential, and as Fable, and for now Fable is still a strong contender when it comes to Forest. Dragon Song Flute is down in price. The legendary has a market price of $8.27 right now, but the base price has dropped itself down to $5 and it has 21 listings now. The Super Legendary is also dropping, with $27.40 being the base price. Market price is currently $29.77. And ultimately, Discard Dragon is still one of the main players for Dragoncraft. But as we start to get some more options, I think it'll stay somewhere in its price range, but I don't think it'll be too high down the line. Archangel Reina, which I talked about before getting bought out, is currently at 9 listings with a base price of $6.95. And if we take a look at the history of what happened since last time, we had someone buy 6 copies of this for $5 each, and then another one for $6.95. And the current copies available, we have some that are still at 7 or lower, but most of them are still sitting at around $10 or higher. So it's staying up there for now, but we'll see how long it manages if we manage to get a few more listings the way we did just now. The Super Legendary of White Wolf of Edelwood has a listing for 99 cents with 2 copies at this point. There are 24 listings overall on this card with a market price of $4.64. Most listings have been selling recently for, it's been a range, $1 all the way to $4. And right now, that 99-cent one is the only one that's even that low. Everything else is at least $2.75-ish, and then moves on up from there. So, as a super legendary, this one might not be too bad to pick up at $1 at all. It is a decent card overall. Dracomancer's Right's premium version. This is one of the cards from set 2 as a premium, has held a lot of value for quite some time. But it seems that is dropping off, with its market price now at $8.90, and most of the sales recently have been in the $9 range. This card was getting bought out to the point of $15 sometimes, but it's still selling around the $10 range, and that's where most of its listings currently stand at this point. And as Discard Dragon continues to be a overall strong deck, this card should retain its value as well. Then you've got Alana's Prayer, which is a potential upcoming item, as we haven't seen any real introduction of Heal Haven into our format yet, but it is its own deck type. Currently, Alana's Prayer is 10 cents for its regular gold and 21 cents market price there. And if you want the foil, that's 79 cents base right now with a market price of $1.31 and 29 listings. So it's still readily available for anyone interested in picking that up. There is the potential for this one to get bought out like others. Flame and Glass has been, it's been long forgotten. It's still one of the cheapest legendaries to pick up on the market right now at 50 cents with a market price of 70 cents and 28 listings. And the super legendary, I mean, it's still holding above $5 and the market price is $6.79, but yeah, time has abandoned this card Granted that it never really had its own time to really shine. So we'll see if this card ever makes a comeback. At this point, though, if you do want to make it for just a fun deck, this would probably be a good time to pick up the legendaries, as honestly, they could go down to 25 cents, but it's not as likely, in my opinion. I do want to talk about two token cards that are in set 1, Mimi and Coco, which right now, if you take a look at their market prices, they're 25 cents a piece, and they have a lot of listings available right now. But the thing I want to bring up is that these cards are used specifically with Cerberus. And Cerberus is out of set 1, and as far as I know, these tokens don't have reprints for any upcoming sets. As Cerberus continues to see play in Abysscraft, I could see some potential in these cards going up further in value if Abyss, when we get to formats where Abyss actually becomes quite popular. Of course, that all depends on Cerberus actually being playable in that format, so it's just something to keep in mind, given that because it's all around Cerberus, it's very unlikely for these to get reprinted either. Leader card-wise, we've also got Aria Dancing Fairy from set 1, which is still going down in price. The base price is now $60, and there have been sales for $64, $65 recently. The market price is still $81.31. And in terms of available listings, we have a fair amount that are 65 or lower. 3 pages worth at this point as they start to get up into the $80 range again, closer to the market price. But with that many $60 listings, it's not going to sell that high anymore. Marvelous Sunday, the premium foil one. This was one card I brought up as a card that got bought out at some point. But it is getting listings back on the market, but it still sells for $4 to $5. Available listings have one copy for the most part, and they're mostly around $5, $6. There is no... Actually, yeah, there isn't any accumulation of quantities on the market. They're basically just holding around the $6 mark, but they're at least as low as $3 right now. Then you've got Nature's Guidance, which with this tournament series of promo cards, we have the promo right now, which only has one listing available at $7 with a market price of $5.20. For the regular silver version, it's still holding around $1 market price, and 87 cents is currently the base price with 20 listings. So for a silver, that's a stable amount of listings to hold, at least for now. We'll see what happens, given that this is pretty generic when it comes to being played in Forestcraft. And our final card of the day is the promo version of Demonic Strike. Now that the Bushiroad circuit is over, these are no longer in print, but Demonic Strike does not see as much play as it did when set 1 had first come out. And currently we're at $34.70 for the base price, which is a far cry from where this card used to be. Its market price was originally over the $160 mark, close to the $200 mark, but now it's $55.49, and most listings are selling at $35. We do only have 2 copies under $40 right now, and then it goes back up, but without much popularity, it's really going to take some time before this can go back up as a collector's item. Other prize cards that we've seen, and we've talked about this, prize cards don't tend to hold a lot of value in this game yet. It'll take some more time for the promo for the tournament circuits to really ramp up and see if they can build popularity of the game and then eventually some of these promos. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.